What's going on, everybody? Man, Eric Wilson for the Sports Arena. Yeah, you see it. National Scouting Combine 2023 is vastly upon us. We are just 69 days away from this event going on at the Grand Park Events Center in Indianapolis, Indiana. Now, this year, things are a little different. There's new technology coming in. The opportunity, Jimmy is and the team is bringing back the All-Star game. But you know what? There are a couple things I need to talk to him about. So let me please go ahead and welcome in the CEO, Mr. Jimmy Kibble, is in the building. Jimmy, thank you for being a part of the show. Love the shirt as always. What's going on, my brother? How are you?
Hey, always happy to sit down and talk to you about National Scouting Combine stuff.
So, Jimmy, really quick, man, I got to ask you. Typically, you run the National Scouting Combine at the same time that the NFL Combine is going on in Indianapolis. But this year, you decided to do things a little differently. You decided to run it in January as opposed to February, March. Why was this decision necessary?
Well, if there's one thing you've learned about me and the rest of us as a staff, we have a hard time thinking small. And yes, while we've, done this concurrent with the NFL Combine, we've spent the last 8 months doing a lot of research, and most importantly, bringing the NFL and while athletes make it to the NFL, much less every other league out there. Our goal was back original format, which started in 2012 and 2013, where we actually had the All-Star game. We had position drills, one-on-ones, and seven-on-sevens in full pads. And most importantly, we still have a great relationship with the COC, the Collegiate Officiating Consortium, which is made up of referees from Big Ten, Mid-American, Missouri Valley, the Grand Valley, and a number more. I think there's about 9, 10, maybe 11 different conferences. And I've had, the privilege of working with Bill Carollo in the past, who kind of oversees it, from the Big Ten throughout the NCAA, even, to the NFL, XFL, USFL, anything training wise, when it comes to referees, he's your man. And I reached out to him and said, Bill, we're thinking about bringing the game back. Not going to do it without your support because you need referees. And the conversation went better than expected. The exciting part is they're bringing their training and diversity clinic, which is going to have approximately 50 referees, NFL personnel, NCAA personnel. And it's going to be a very unique opportunity because unlike a lot of events out there from high school to the pros, when events are running 1v1s and 7v7s and all this other stuff in street clothes, no protection, no oversight, players can sometimes feel macho or they think they have to outperform, and you see a lot of, negative things take place. For us, outside of safety being paramount, having the referees there to train every single aspect of anything that the athletes do in full pads will be monitored by a number of referees. So whether it's wide receivers and DBs going at it, linebackers and running backs, offense and defensive linemen, the game, every aspect is going to have numerous, not just one, but numerous referees there training, overseeing it, keeping the players honest. Because again, for us, it's not just the experience for the athletes, but it's the experience for the scouts. If you're an NFL scout, if you're a CFL scout, wouldn't you want to see the player doing what they would be doing in a game, being held accountable to doing those drills correctly? And that's why bringing the game back was really important, because it allows, outside of all the excitement, it really allows us to up the ante on bringing those scouts back. While we've had a ton of success over the last 12 years, helping athletes reach the next level. And Eric, you know as well as I do, we can push and promote and do whatever we want with these athletes. But if they don't show up and show out, it's up to them. We're going to open the door. They got to kick it in.
Right.
And this year, between everything that we're doing, we've got more tech partners. We've got more subject matter experts. Because let's face it, if you come to the National Scouting Combine and don't leave better informed, a better person, then how are we different than anyone else? And that's why it's exciting when we have all these different partners that are coming, the Sports Arena, Power Plus, Michael Knight, Ashley Lyles with the massage therapy. She works with the Jets right now. When you talk about Select Medical, A Game Performance, 3L Barbell, everyone that's at this event can lend some kind of expertise, resource, and just advice to these athletes. That's the best part about the event. It's all the people, not to blow smoke, but people like yourself that come to this event that make it that much more worthwhile for all the athletes in attendance. And that's why we brought back the game. That's why we've made it bigger than ever. This is literally the biggest event we've ever organized.
Okay.
I'm glad for the second tape. I feel like I felt better because I felt like I could go into it a little bit more, add a little bit more pizzazz to it, throw in a couple of names, because I think it's great, but you throw in Ashley there, you throw in Michael Knight, Sports Arena, 3L, all these things, they're more apt to share it as well.
Right.
Hey, we're coming back. Hey, we're going to be part of this. I didn't talk about Trazer and Neuroflex because we